Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mom and the Bake Brigade. Hope everybody's having a good Wednesday evening. I'm doing good. I've been working on this. Apparently I'm making a granny square duster in the summer. Why? I don't know. Sometimes inspiration just strikes you. It just does. And so it struck, and that's what I'm doing. So where did that go? Oh, okay. So in this color scheme right here, using Karen 1-pounders, so you know it's going to be heavy, but that's okay. You know, it got real cold here earlier this year in January and February, and so this will come in handy. I decided that the very back part, right by my shoulders, would be one big square, and then I would do some smaller squares along the bottom, and then I would do some smaller squares for the front part here. Now, please keep in mind that this is a design in the making, so there's going to be lots of trial and error here. So I'm taking things I've learned along the way with my other sweater making, you know, some of the pullover stuff, some of the other stuff, and just kind of winging it, because that's what I do. Will there be a tutorial for this? No, there will not. I apologize. Will I explain my process to the and some of you more experienced crocheters might be able to figure it out from there? Yes, I will explain my process, completely explain my process. And those of you that have a knack for this sort of thing as well, you might be able to make one on your own as well. But since my recent tutorial for my little hat fell on its face and got very little views, I'm not going to worry with doing another tutorial for a while. My little tutorial fell on its face, so didn't even get 1K views, and it was a lot of work. And no, tutorials are difficult to do. I don't have the proper setup to do them, and I didn't see the views that I needed to see to make me want to do another one. So I apologize. There won't be any more. And apparently I've got a dust pocket. And those of you that are new, I have a little case of COPD, and I'm allergic to dust. And it's just regular water tonight, because I discovered that my lovely Crystal Light that I've been drinking, my wild strawberry Crystal Light, has caffeine in it. I went to get some more because I was down to one in this here box of Crystal Light. Wild strawberry. They also had some peach mango that I bought a box of. Can't wait to try that. But it has caffeine. And while I was in the grocery store today with Johnny, I was celebrating the fact that it had caffeine. But then I was thinking, oh boy, well, this is why. Hey, excuse me, recording here. The Bake Brigade. It consists of Theodore, 9 years old, and Maggie, 1.5 years old. Hey, you just had dinner. You're supposed to be chilling out. So chill out. You want out? No. Anyway, so yeah, Crystal Light, it's really good, and it has caffeine. So those of you, my fellow weight loss surgery people that can't have carbonation and you miss your caffeinated sodas, here it is. Just under $3 a box, and you get 10 of them, just under $3 a box at Walmart. And they just pop into your very cold water, shaky, and wonderful caffeine. Again, caffeine. Or just cold water. It's up to you. Hydrate. It's supposed to be in triple digits in the near future. It's going to be July here, so that's not out of the norm for us. So, back to the duster. So, this is the beginning of the back panel. Now, what I did is I took my bust size, okay? We're not going to talk about that, what size that is, because that's for me to know and y'all not to know. That's personal. That's personal business. All right. So I took that and decided I would make a square big enough as half my bust size, okay? So that way it would, you know, fit me more accurately. And I got some markers down here at the bottom, some stitch markers, because I was using my one little square, whatever I did with it. It was here a minute ago. Yes, this little square, because I was using this one to determine how many squares I needed to go along the bottom. And I'm going to be putting 6 more at the bottom of this. Six. I got to make them. I got them started here. I got the beginnings of them here. I just got to do the rest of that. But yes, I have to make about 7 more here. Yeah, 7 more was the number. I made notes. Yeah, I made notes. I'm not a complete knucklehead. I make notes. Yes, I made notes. But today this is what I started with the shoulders, because I want it to come up and over my shoulders. And so I did some little shoulder shaping here to kind of help me that way. But I will this will come up over my shoulders, and then I'm gonna do some more, you know, and then I'll put some more squares. This will come up over my shoulders, and then I'll put some squares here and make it as long in the front as it is in the back, of course. And then I'll do some front post, back post ribbing for the lapels. And I thought about doing a hood, but I'm really not a hood kind of girl, so I'm not going to do a hood. But I know a lot of people like dusters with hoods. With the way that I've got this collar started, it's really not, I don't think a hood is going to work the way I got this started. I don't think I'm going to be able to get a hood in here. No. I don't know. I guess I'll wait and see how it all pulls together, and then see if I want to put a hood on here. But typically, me, I'm just a hat girl. I will make a matching hat, and that'll be that. I might try to find that tutorial that when Amy made me this hat and sent it to me as part of my Christmas, I think. And she made me this hat. This is gorgeous. I love this hat. This hat fits me perfectly. It's probably right up there, one of my favorite hats. And I wore this hat all the time right after I got it, and until it got too warm to wear. I absolutely love this hat. And so I'm probably going to have her share with me the tutorial on this hat, and then use these colors and go and make one to go with this duster, because I think that would be amazing. Yeah, if I could pull it off. See this little brim part, that's the part that kind of puts me off a little bit, but I will persevere for the right colored hat, you know, for matching. Yeah, for it to match. Don't you think that would? I think that would be perfect. This style hat with this duster. Maybe I'll just cheat and send Amy the yarn. Have her make it for me. No, I won't do that. Maybe. Amy's a busy lady. She's busy. She ain't got time to be making me hats to match my duster. So I'll just get the tutorial from her, and I'll make my own hat. but I want one like this in these colors. Yes, or at least this ocean color, and maybe one of the other colors, whichever one I have the most of at the end of things. I know I'm gonna have most of the ocean color because I have 2 skeins of that. Excuse me, recording a video here. Don't make me close you out of this room. You'd think I was talking to children, but no, I'm talking to dogs. They act like children anyway. So yes. Love it. Put it back over here. It doesn't go far from me. But yes, so that's what I've been working on. Now these I had to, this little business here I had to take out and redo because I had not left any gap here. I was just gonna, you know, but when I didn't leave a gap, it wasn't gonna work out too good. So I had to take frog all 4. I did 4 rows each side. But and I'm trying to remember how many rows. Let's see. I'm trying to remember how many rows I did here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I did 22 rows on this big square. 22. So now that gave me big enough to go, you know, halfway around my bust size. So yeah, 22, because I'm using a 6mm crochet hook. Now I'm going between what's weird about this yarn is that some of the colors make the yarn more stiffer than others. Like the ocean color, I can use my clover 6mm, but the green, this green aqua color, and the brown color, and these other colors, I'm having to use this aluminum Susan Bates hook because they're more denser, and I would say stiff, but it's just more denser. I wouldn't say all out stiff, just dense. And so I'm having to get through them. I'm using a Susan Bates hook. So I'm using 2 different hooks, same size hook, just 2 different styles with the same project. So, but different dyes treat the yarn different. I don't know if y'all know that. A lot of y'all more experienced crocheters do know that. But different dyes treat the same yarn different textured. So this ocean color is really soft and squishy, but the aqua color, this aqua color right here, very dense and near about stiff. So is the brown and the cream color. But the which color is this one? The deep sea teal, this one, and the ocean color are the softest ones, or the soft ones, and I can use my clover on those. But all the other colors, I have to use the Susan Bates aluminum hook. So, go figure. Luckily, I have those things on hand. Imagine. Now, I haven't worked on anything else today, well, except for grocery shopping. We did go grocery shopping, of course. I just said that a minute ago. And while when I dropped Johnny off this morning, y'all know that I've been battling heartache and depression. But this morning I decided to do something because the place that I dropped Johnny off at for his day hab, Holy Angels is the name of that place, is right down the road from this church that has this 700-foot cross on a hill. I can't remember. I want to say a Church of Christ, I think is the name of the church, or something like that. I have no interest in going to their church, but they many years ago, probably 14-15 years ago, I think, something like that, they managed to erect a 700-foot cross on their hill. Now, this was a big ordeal at the time. and they built a platform for it. You can drive right up to this cross, and they built a beautiful spot for you to just go up and just visit with God, and just pray. And they have flowers planted, and I mean, this morning I was kind of feeling heavy, and some folks have emailed me and asked me to pray for them, and people in general in the comments often ask me to pray for them. And with me, I've been having my own little personal struggles that I really felt that I needed to talk to God about, and that cross has been there for me before. Back in 2012, I had uterine cancer and was about to have a full hysterectomy due to that cancer. And I went to that cross and I prayed and bared my soul, as it were. And they managed to get out all the, when I had the surgery, they managed to get everything, and I didn't have to have chemo, and I was fine. And but then shortly thereafter, some time after that, my Uncle Carl had brain cancer, and I went to the cross and prayed for him, and then he passed away, and he wasn't healed. And so I kind of got out of the habit of going to the cross. I don't know that I blamed God. I just didn't get the answer I wanted. So I didn't go back for a long time. And so this morning I just felt very strongly that was the answer for me this time, was to go and lay my burdens down at the cross. And so since I was already like a few blocks away from where that cross was this morning, dropping John off, that I would go ahead and go do that. And it was so healing, and I felt so much lighter after I went, because I just drove up, and while I was there, I'm standing there, because I thought they had benches, but they don't really have benches. You can just stand there and lean up against something and have your time with the Lord. And there was a mail truck that kind of drove up and then past my van as I was standing there. I guess they figured, I don't know if they were there to do the same thing, and just respectfully went away as they noticed that I was having my time there. But it was so freeing just to lay my burdens down for, just to give them to him, And I walked away feeling so much lighter and so much freer and better than I have felt in weeks. And I prayed for everyone on my list. Everyone close to me and those that have asked for prayer. And I really just felt so much better. I have felt so much better ever since I did that this morning. Don't let the choked up bit of this conversation fool you. I have felt better all day, and I still feel better. This was good. This was healing for me, and I'm really grateful that I was able to go do that this morning. And I probably will go back the next time I'm feeling like that. And I wish I'd gone sooner. I really do. Because I could have felt better sooner had I went. It just literally left my burdens there. Because that's what your faith lets you do. If you believe in God and Jesus and have that kind of faith, that you go and you have a sacred place that you go and you pray and and you leave those burdens with him, because that's what he does for you. At least that's what he does for me. And you leave those burdens there, and then you walk away and leave them. You don't take them back with you, because that's the deal. And that 700-foot cross has brought me more peace than anything else in this whole lifetime. So I hope that those of you who are listening to me now, that you have something like that cross that you can go to. Maybe it's just a beautiful spot at the river or the lake, or wherever, or wherever you find a sacred place at, that you can go and just have some alone time with God or whoever you pray to, and just lay your burdens down and leave them. Don't pick them back up, just leave them, because it is freeing and it will make you feel better. Of course, I still pray for my subscribers. I pray for people that have reached out to me and asked for prayer. Pray for other YouTubers that need prayer, and my dear friends that have asked to be prayed for. I pray for a lot of people, because that's part of my channel. It's a Christian-based channel, and so those of you that tuned in for the crochet and got a side of Christianity today, you're welcome. But yeah, I feel lighter, and I feel much happier today, and I wish I'd done it weeks ago. So just those of you that have been praying for me, I'm very grateful for that. And please know that today I'm much better. I'm much better today. I'm much happier today than I have been in weeks. So there's that. I'm happy to be making something for winter and summer. Because that's where inspiration struck. So there are no rules in crochet. Yes, I just randomly have paper towels in my chair. What old lady doesn't have a paper towel or two in her chair? What old lady do you know that doesn't have a paper towel or two in her chair? You tell me who. I don't know anyone that doesn't. Okay? But this is the start of our duster. I will keep working on it, and I will keep explaining my process as I go, and keep updating you guys as I go, because it's a design in progress. It's gonna have many changes as I go, as it often does. But I will break it down to y'all when I get it all put together. Hopefully it works. Hopefully it works. Of course, I'm not gonna wear it in triple digit heat. No. I will wait until it's at least 30 degrees outside, because that's going to be one hot duster. It's going to be warm because it's made with Karen 1-pounders, and it's going to be very warm. And it may end up getting sent up north somewhere. It may, I may gift it at some point. I don't know, because, I'm the new average size woman. Did y'all know? 2X is the new average size woman. Yeah. So there you have it. So I might not even keep it. I may end up gifting it to someone or selling it or whatever. You never know what I'm going to do with it. I'm just going to have fun making it. And la-ti-da. There you go. So anyway, that's what's going on in Tap Mama world. I hope y'all are enjoying y'all's week. Thank you for tuning in and watching all these crazy videos. I'm calling this a duster because I'm gonna make it. I'm 5'4", so it's gonna come to my knees. So that's why I'm gonna call it a duster, because that's to me, that's duster length y'all can comment in the comments if you think it should be longer than my knees, you know, to come down to my knees. I think that qualifies as a duster length. If you think it should be longer, y'all let me know, but I think knee length is long enough. That's what I'm shooting for, is knee length. Because as we had this very cold temperatures this past winter, I noticed that, you know, I got really cold, you know, and that, you know, from my knees up got really cold. So that's why I wanted something longer. But who knows what will happen to it. Maybe I'll make one in this yarn and then make one in another yarn at another time, because I do still have the Karen cinnamon swirl cakes in heat wave that I had long since decided that was going to end up being a duster for myself, but it's still sitting over here in Ziplocs staring at me. So I may make another one in that yarn, but I need to make it in this yarn first so that I know how to make it again. If that makes sense. So the next time I'll have all my notes and I can just go to my notes and just make it away, and, you know, it won't take nearly as long. That's the plan anyway. And of course, you know, come fall, when I start, you know, taking orders again, I might get an order or two for one. So hopefully, anyway, many color combinations abound, and it should be fun, right? Yes. Anyway, this is long enough, but I hope y'all have a wonderful Wednesday evening. Please know that I love you, and so does Jesus. And of course, remember to adopt, don't shop. Your best friend could be waiting on you at the shelter or the rescue, or they could be causing chaos during your videos. They finally settled down. I'm gonna let them out as soon as I'm done here, and they'll be fine. But I'll see y'all next time. Bye.